Hey guys, TeamVLR George here, back again, this time around with another deck profile. You guys may have seen him before on the channel, and he's done it yet again. He's topped once again. Who do we have here today?
Jonathon.
Yo, what'd you do?
So I came 26th place at the Toronto Regional. It's my first regional. I had a great time.
Yep, had a great time. With what deck though?
I played Hand Trap Link Reaper.
New meta. Buy him now.
I played my favorite deck of all time, Spirals.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. How did you top the Spiral? It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, so basically I thought it was like a good meta call in general. I played blind second Spirals, that's why I have so many hand traps on here.
Okay.
And I just think like the Spirals have a good matchup against Pendulum Magicians and True Draco when going second.
For sure.
And they can choose a lot of great OTKs, and a lot of people don't really know what they do either.
So then what were your matchups at regionals?
Okay, so it was a 9-round regional.
Which is fucking stupid.
I know, right? It was really long. I was there for like 13 hours, but it was cool.
What time did you end up leaving?
I ended up leaving like at 9.
Oh, okay, that's not
so like, yeah. So I was like about 10 hours.
Yeah.
So round 1 was Mech Knight Invoked.
Okay.
2-0. Round 2. Yeah. Round 2 was Shadal Dino. 2-0.
Easy.
Round 3 was it True Draco? No, it was Pendulum. Just regular like 4 negate Pendulum. That was went to game 3.
Sure.
Then round 4 was Draco. That's what I tied. My record was X2-1, but I lost round 9. I lost on the bubble.
Okay.
That was what I tied with. Then round 5 was Zephyra, and then I lost that.
You lost to Zephyra?
I lost to Zephyra.
That guy must have been crazy.
Honestly, like he played like a real like max min build. Like he played hand traps and like 3 or more traps.
Was it like Zephyra Penge Magician or just Zephyra with Astrograph?
No, just Zephyra with Astrograph. So, but the thing is, he ran hand traps and regular traps. So, like you would think, okay, how are you gonna like not brick? But he made Electrolyte before Pendulum summoning every game. So, I don't know. But you know, when you do that, you deserve to win, right?
I guess.
So I lost to Zephyra. That was my first loss. Then after that was Pendulum FTK. That was 2-0. I went second both times, and
You still didn't lose?
Still didn't lose.
That's crazy.
After that was a 60-card deck, like 60-card Light Sworn Dino. After that was I can't remember what the one after one. Oh, it was 55-card BA.
What is that?
He was X1-1 around 8, so I was like, damn.
55 card.
And then round 9, which was my loss, was Mech Knight Invoked.
Really?
Yeah, I think part of the reason was like we were both playing going second decks. He won the die roll, told me to go first, and then like it's hard after that. But I still had a good time. It went to game 3, so it wasn't too much of a blowout.
I mean, you still did amazing. So,
yeah.
Anyways, let's get into the profile.
Yeah. Okay, so obviously main deck first.
Main dizzle.
So I'm gonna start with the hand traps. Really like the heart and soul of the deck. The 3 Gamma.
Which makes sense. You're going second all the time.
3 Gamma, 1 driver. The Gamma is actually even more important in this deck. Now that Resort's at 1, resolving your Resort is actually as important as resolving Master Plan. Because a lose condition of the deck is not having 2 Spiral Monsters.
Sure. 1
Spiral Monster is not enough. So I will forego Master Plan to use Resort, and then people see that, it's 1 Resort, they go Sorger or Ash it right away.
Yeah, because that's a good target to...
It is a good target, but I save the Gamma for that usually. But it's also good, just negating Electromite or whatever. 3 Ash, I think it's still really good, even against Pendulums as well.
Staple.
Yeah, and then the 3 Ogre.
So you maxed out, eh? 3-3-3.
3-3-3. Any more than this, and you're sacrificing consistency. And like I said, lose condition is not having 2 Spiral Monsters, and too many hand traps means I'm not going to have enough Spiral Monsters.
True enough. Makes sense.
All right. Behind every great man is a better man.
What was
3
that?
Super Asian and 3 Spiral Tough.
Okay.
This is like, you want to max out on these guys. Really no explanation here. You need more Spiral Monsters, you need more in the grave for
Yeah, you just need names.
You need names. And like tough Agent is a great combo. It breaks apart boards. Then the 1 of Spiral Monsters. Quick Fix and Drone obviously are at 1, so I'm not going to explain those.
Yeah.
Last Resort, maybe you could bump up to 2 because it's like a Spiral Monster, so you can make double Helix with it. Otherwise, I don't know. I think that in general, like this is more of a utility card. And
I think 1's good.
It's very searchable, regardless.
Exactly.
Master Plan,
you know how it would go.
Yeah.
You know how it would be.
Exactly, just the 1. There's only 1 Resort. There's no reason to run more than 1. And Sleeper, there's not enough Spiral names to banish to use more than one.
No, for sure.
Yeah, but Sleeper is a great card. Shout out to most of the people at the regional that didn't know what Spirals did. I normal summoned Drone, and like he's like, oh, what does it do? I explained to him about the top 3 cards. He took the top 3 cards off of his deck and like laid them on the table like face up. And I was like, you can't do that.
I feel like they were just hibernating while Spirals were tier 0.
Yeah, I know, right?
They just slept.
I was like, you cannot do that at all. Like, I didn't call a judge on him or anything.
What a nice
like,
guy.
That's a game loss.
That is a game loss. That's cheating.
Like, it is. But I was like,
inherently cheating.
I was like, whatever. I still won that turn, but I was like, okay. Yeah. Or another guy, I had Sleeper like not attached to Last Resort or whatever.
Yeah.
He didn't destroy it because he thought Sleeper blew up every monster.
Wow.
And I was like, no.
Come on. Read the card. It's on the card.
And it was like Spirals were tier 1 like 3 months ago. I don't understand.
They were tier 0. It wasn't even. It was the deck.
Yeah. So great cards. Sleeper is I think like the reason why the deck is really good.
Oh yeah.
If Resort was at 3 and like Quick Fix was more than 1, and Sleeper is at 0, I think it wouldn't have like the good pushes.
Well, yeah, because he's like your boss.
Yeah.
He's the go-to.
And so sick against trap decks and things like that. 1 pseudo space,
that's spicy.
1 resort, 3 terraforming.
Really?
Like I said at the beginning, resolving your first resort is the most important thing. You need to get the 2 spiral monsters. So I maximized on the consistency on that, and I added the pseudo space just so my terraformings weren't too dead.
Yeah, okay. So you could search something at the end. Okay.
Exactly. Since this is a going second deck, Ravine, Destrudo, not necessary and not worthwhile.
All right.
Because Ancient Fairy.
It's so bad going second, but you could Black Rose if there's like a big board.
Yeah, I was considering maybe siding, but my side was already so tight.
Yeah.
1 Assault with 3 goods.
Okay.
Yeah, goods is like the best extender. You always want to see it to send an assault that gets you the extra special from hand.
Sure.
Even drawing assault isn't that bad.
You just discard it off Quick Fix, right?
Discarding off Quick Fix, and like the effect on field is if a spiral monster destroys a card on the field, you have to draw a card. It's like not bad.
Yeah.
People have actually Ashe and Ogred it on the field. I think that's incorrect, but also like what if I drew like Agent off that?
If you had nothing left, maybe it was the right play, but
yeah. What's that? The broken one-ofs.
Ooh.
Yeah, so these are all the limited broken one-ofs. Limited for a good reason.
For sure.
Soul Charge is really good in this deck, mostly because with Resort and Firewall at 1, it's like impossible to make the Tri-Gate board without Soul Charge. So if they do make you go first, Soul Charge kind of gets you
is the way to go. Okay.
Yeah, but like all these cards are very self-explanatory. I played only 1 big red because like with the rescues with Monster Reborn, like it's too many revival cards. You need a card in the graveyard for it to be good.
Sure.
So drawing Reborn and Big Red is like not good if you don't have anything in grave. Drawing 2 Big Reds, a Monster Reborn, like that's not good either, right? I also played 1 Shuffle Reborn,
which is also spicy.
also very spicy. So this is another like revival card. Another reason why I only wanted to do 1.
Yeah.
But like the reason why I would play this is because if you use your resort, you can banish this, put the resort back in your
so
deck.
smart.
Yeah.
So smart.
And then resolve Master Plan. This is also a Foolish Burial Groats target, so I don't have to draw this.
Exactly. Yeah. So Foolish Burial Groats is never dead.
Yeah. This card is also like it's so versatile. I almost want to play more than 1, but I think it'll brick.
No, yeah.
A lot of like a couple of times in the regional, like I'd have Tough Agent in my hand, right? I'd summon Tough. I'm going second, so I summon Tough. I try to like bait out like a Vortex Dragon. They'd be like, okay, negate, destroy.
Yeah.
I use Shuffle Reborn. I have like it's locked and loaded in the grave, and I have the agent. It's really good.
It's really good, yeah.
For traps, play 2 rescue and 2 evenly matched.
Okay.
The 2 rescue I think is necessary just because drawing it is not bad. Adding the Tough and agent from your graveyard is still good, and then having them in the graveyard, having more than 1 in the graveyard is really good. The 2 evenly matched.
Makes sense. You're going second.
Exactly. I don't have 3. If I had 3, I still wouldn't play 3.
Yeah. No.
No, I have Raigeki as well. I have Tough. I have Sleeper. Like, would you play like 4 board wipes? Like, no. I don't think it's necessary. I think 3 is really good. I opened 2 evenly matched against my True Draco matchup, and I evenly matched him twice, and it was just the sickest feeling.
Why, did he like negate the first one?
No, he kept up anti-spell, and I couldn't really do anything.
Oh, okay.
So then next he like did the demise.
Oh, you did it like, 2 turns out, like
yeah,
okay.
and I was like no,
you can't play Yu-Gi-Oh. Sorry. So extra?
Yeah, extra deck, sorry. So Link Karibo, really great. One of the combos I did the most, and okay, 2 double helix. One of the combos I did the most is if I knew I couldn't resolve Master Plan, I would like make helix, make instead of summoning Master Plan, summon Quick Fix, get the plus or whatever. Then I'd make Link Karibo underneath, Quick Fix discard, special summon, and then at that point I would have a Big Red, and then I can make a 4 material Saryuja to dig into my deck.
Yeah.
So that was really good.
Yeah. Also, you could just use Link Karibo in like a Link summon, tribute the Quick Fix, get Link Karibo back, and then summon Quick Fix again.
Exactly. So it was really good. It gave me 2 extra Link materials. Deco Talker, it's important for the 8K OTK.
It's kind of like a staple nowadays.
Yeah. But like specifically, it's the best for the because like Sleeper here and a 1900 here is 8K.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Mathematician.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mathematician.
So, lots of people did not know that. After I won, like against my 60 card guy, he's like, "Oh man, if I knew that was 8K, I might have used Ghost Ogre earlier." And I was like, "Well,
shoulda, coulda, woulda, didn't." All right.
I know, right? Link 2's Ib and Proxy. It was originally 2 proxies, but then I switched 1 proxy for an Ib so I could play Ningirsu.
Okay.
It doesn't always come up, but since we have Link Karibo now, Link Karibo and Helix is an Ningirsu.
Yeah, it is.
So like that's an out to a lot of things, out to Borload, out to Beals. So really good. Trigate, I mean, not super necessary, but if I have the option to do the Trigate combo, I'm going to do it, especially if I'm going first and I draw the Soul Charge. Still good even if it's co-linked only twice for the banish.
Yeah, I didn't even know it had a banish effect.
Yeah.
Apparently it banishes, I didn't know.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Comes by surprise. Link 4s.
Oh, you have all of them.
Yeah. Borload, Saryuja, Firewall. I didn't make Firewall ever. I made Saryuja a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Because like with that combo.
Which is surprising. Going second, I would assume you would want to make Borload a lot.
Oh, I would actually only make Saryuja if they forced me to go first.
Oh,
which
okay.
some people did. So I was like, okay, I gotta dig for hand traps and stuff from that combo with Link Karibo I told you. And like that took people by surprise as well. Borload is kind of necessary, especially now that like Masterpiece is very prevalent. I need an out to Masterpiece.
Yeah.
And then Princess Sprite for the like drone quick fix thing, so it doesn't get banished. And then these are Omega is for Gamma, but it could also be a Cherries target. These are my other Cherries target.
Yeah, that's all you really need, eh?
Electromagnetic ABC. I didn't play any ABCs. I played I played 3 Pendulums.
Did you resolve the cherries a lot?
I resolved Cherries only once against the Zephyr player, and he still won.
That sucks.
The reason is because like Zephyr has lots of like they don't need Electromagnetic. I think I shouldn't have sided Cherries against the Zephyr. I should have like doubled down on my Twin Twisters and stuff because the traps is what.
Yeah, the counter trap, right?
All right, side.
Yeah.
So I was actually really happy with my side. I would really only change maybe like 1 or 2 things.
Okay.
3 Lancia. This was for the 60 card decks. Layer Infernoids. I thought that was going to be big. I actually didn't play any, even though there were a lot of people playing it.
Yeah. I thought it would be way more prevalent, but
I sided this against Mech-Knight Invoked.
What about
good.
ABCs too, but you didn't play ABCs.
Yeah, so good to chain this to Invocation.
Yeah.
Really good. So this was a great hand trap. I think people are sleeping on this hand trap. I think this is like one of the best ones. 3 Cherries. I would only bring this in on Pendulum or ABC. I got Cherries once by True Draco.
Someone was still running Helix in their side?
Who ran Helix.
Really?
Like one of the reasons why I wanted to play this is because I thought I would not have
That wouldn't happen, and then it happened.
Right? But then I got Cherries, and I would have been able to win that game, but like we ended up tying. I had a way of making Borload, but like it required some like 3D chess, like 3018, IQ of 250
for
stuff.
sure.
I had Sleeper in my hand. I needed a way to get the 3 engraved. At the end, like it went into time, we went into and we drew, but
Yeah, what can you do?
yeah, we can do. Played 1 fully armed. The reason I play this is it's searchable out to a monster trap masterpiece.
Yeah, it is.
In the future, and like this is also pretty good against Invoked too, because like if you activate it and they have a mecha buff, they have to negate it or else they
lose the mecha.
lose the mecha buff and they lose another monster because it banishes 2.
Yeah.
Right? I would actually in the future, and I've already done this, switch this for Utility Wire. I think
Really?
more people aren't doing trap monster masterpieces. They realize that like traps aren't so prevalent.
No.
And like especially against my deck, they do monster spell all the time.
Which makes sense.
Still, I think it's a good utility card. 2 Call by the Grave. This is another card that I would side in if I knew that they were going to make me go first.
So if you're playing a deck that goes second here, like Mechanite Evoked, you would side this in.
And also like for hand traps or whatever, because like I want to resolve my things.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like I would side against Mechanite Evoke to banish like the Alistair or whatever. And I would side against 60 card decks as well.
Yeah.
For the snow.
Fuck Snow, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck that bitch.
It's a good card.
It's a good card.
3 Twin Twisters.
So good.
Really important.
So good right now.
Most important for the Trickstar matchup. Also didn't play against, but like in testing, I like the only time I'd go first willingly is against Trickstars or a backward deck.
Why is that?
Because I would side the 3 Twin Twisters. Such a blowout, ending with a sleeper and a set
Yeah,
Twin
you
Twisters.
hit the reincarnation, you hit their scapegoat.
Yeah, too good. And then 3D barrier.
Obviously.
Overall, underwhelming.
Really?
Yeah, like
Because you're going second, so it makes sense.
against an FTK. So the way I saw it was like against an FTK deck, I would always try and go first.
With this in hand?
Yeah, and I'd side in cherries and this.
Okay.
I don't know. I felt like it would contribute to hands where I would only have this and kind of no other follow-up. Like sure, I used it against a pendulum player and it stopped his turn, but I didn't really have another push.
Okay. I mean, you can't really blame that on D-Barrier. You just happen to like draw back.
Exactly.
Right?
I might change this for like strikes instead.
Oh wow.
Because I think that'd be a better going first card.
I think
And more versatile.
I think the beauty of D-Barrier is it's so good against so many things, like rogue decks specifically.
Oh, yeah,
That's
for
why
sure.
it's good. It's just good to have on hand.
Like, and another thing is like, if I played more 60 card decks, this would be even worse. But I didn't. So.
Yeah. True. That makes sense.
Otherwise, I had a really great time. I lost on the bubble. I got a bad ruling, but that wasn't why I lost. It wasn't why I lost.
Okay.
A judge ruled that if Mekk-Knight Blue was destroyed after it activated effect, they still get the surge.
Dude, a judge did that to me.
Yeah.
I called the head judge.
Yeah, and the
he
head
still
judge-
disagreed to me, and then I explained it to him.
Yeah,
and then he agreed with me.
Yeah, so afterwards, so I let it go through. It didn't matter though.
Yeah.
He had game regardless.
Okay.
But I talked to the head judge afterwards, like, no, like
You're
he
wrong.
does that. And I was like, but like, I don't know. I'm not too salty about that.
Oh, yeah,
but it's just one of those things.
But judges, learn your rulings, please, for my
'Cause-
sake.
Yeah, and then I explained to the guy like, okay, if you ghost over my Helix, I don't get the special summon
Because there's no zone it's pointing to.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
But like, it's whatever. At the end of the day, like the guy was really nice. He wasn't trying to shark me or whatever.
Yeah.
And I had a really good time.
Okay.
And I think this deck is going to be good in the future as well. I might start doing the going first build with the Troy Mares, but we'll see what the meta shapes up.
Sure. Well, that's Profile, guys. Try it down below. Tell us what you think. And with that, TeamVLR's out. Thank you, Jonathan.
Thanks.